Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills. We're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Chicago Bears and the Cincinnati Bengals. On one sideline, the head coach of the Bears. Her side playing some good football here in the front half of this season. Across the field, the head coach of the Bengals. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Kate Scott alongside my partner Brock Heward. Cairo Santos to get this one started. And here we go on EA Sports. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. And at the helm won his second Comeback Player of the Year award last year with a career-best season. Now in year 6 here in the NFL, it's Joe Burrow.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. Give him 13 on that play. And the Bengals have a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Burrow setting up the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
After the sack could really use a big play here on second down. It's 2nd and 15. Burrow from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. They'll have the first down and even more. Into the red zone. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bengals 7, Bears nothing.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
Johnson with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So here come the Bears as they get set for their debut series. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, So expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Williams off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. It's taken in by Roma Dunze. They'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st down, here's Swift. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, here's Williams. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Luther Burden, the guy he was looking for. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down. And 6 yards to go.
Toss play, Swift. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. You're going for it here. Williams throwing on 4th. Oh, this big guy is moving. He's going to have this one down to the 20. One of their biggest plays of the game so far, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First down, Williams to throw. Looking over the middle, that's Odunze. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Might be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is 1st and goal. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. 6 yards from there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They go to him again. And he won't get anything this time. They stop him at the 4. Can't manage positive yardage there, and it leaves them with 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Welcome back. 2nd quarter about to start. Bears with a chance for at least 3, possibly 6. Manangai. And no, this isn't going to do it. Stopped at the line, and they're going to remain a couple yards away here now on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. Only a 20-yarder here. Santos' kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And as we work our way through this regular season, you can see he's currently sitting in the top 5 of the league in passing. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. And he's the one driving it.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Brought in downfield by Gesicki. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. A pickup there of 39. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot.
Big 13.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That was Montez Sweat who took him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Finds him on the crossing route. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
We always hear about a tight end as a quarterback's best friend. That play is so indicative of it, Kate. You love a big target, and you know if you could hit him in stride, he's got a chance to get some big yards after the catch.
Brown does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. Need hardly anything here. 2nd and inches.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Dot.
Brown again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals now lead by 10. Well, we've been saying it for years, Brock. If at first you don't succeed, try that run again.
You're exactly right. It's going to take more than one stop to deter those offensive coaches from calling another run play. They've got such faith in their group up front to leverage right at the point of attack and punch it in on the 2nd time around.
Going after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals drive their lead to 11.
Bengals 14, Bears 3.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the run back to the 27. The Bears offense out there for their 2nd drive of the contest. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. On play action, Williams. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 5 still to go here. This is second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
They'll run it with Monunga. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Dax Hill up for the stop.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
One guy with it. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short. Clock is ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Sit tight. More from Paycor Stadium on the other side. Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard. They'll run it with Swift. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Look at that, no worry at all from their sideline, Brock. A 13-yard pickup on 4th down. That was impressive.
That's simply a bet being made that not only is your call or scheme better, but that your players just want it more than the big fellas on defense do. And clearly on that one, they did.
First down throw by Williams. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Here's Williams. Connects downfield, on target to Burton. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Williams to throw on first. Chased out to trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's 2nd down.
Well, it is 2nd down, Brock, and they've got a full 24 yards to go here after that sack. To throw is Williams. Rolling left, buying some time. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing 3rd down.
Kate, I can think of an older football video game title where 30 yards to go was the default and easily attainable by an offense. Well, this is not that title. And this is borderline impossible. In fact, I can hear a coordinator saying in the ear to the QB, hey, this call, it's on you. Good luck.
Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. And the Bengals get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
Intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field, Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
11 empty.
One last play before the break.
11 empty paint. Here we go. 12, 12, 12.
First down, and they go right back to it. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. So a two-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott. Not a big window for those halftime speeches. They're right back out of the locker room and set to resume play with the third quarter. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Monunga. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach the 2nd down. Off the play fake, Williams. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down, Williams. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far, brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Now Williams. Connection made. Kyle Monunga. He's going to bring this down to their 35. So 20 yards on that play. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield and just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Fourth down, Williams. Has his man caught by Odunze. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Every offense I've ever seen from Pop Warner to the NFL's got this play in the playbook, but every offense isn't capable of executing it because it takes a quarterback and a receiver on the same page, and that page, it was textbook.
What is it on? Here we go.
1st and goal, Swift shoves him off. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
At the Bengals' 2-yard line.
What is up?
Back to Swift. And he's still going backwards as they get him behind the line. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Now from back at the 4, here's 3rd and goal.
What is it?
Design bootleg here. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
They'll leave the offense out there and try 4th and goal from the 4.
What is it? Touchdown! Vegas! Billy! The movement! Yeah!
They're going to try to throw for it. And we're going to stay at a 2-score game, Brock. That's incomplete on 4th and goal as they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Drifting ever closer to their goal line as he winds up backwards to his own 5.
Kate, I think we're seeing the exact same thing. That look of exasperation on the coach's face. You can't afford to take a loss like that, especially on calls that normally work.
I'm fine, ready?
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down.
Let's get set. Right, 80.
But the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It is Bengal football, and they're going to start the final quarter up by a couple of scores.
On 1, ready?
This is a tough spot to punt. Got to convert here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
To the air on 3rd and long. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Big gain downfield. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments?
What?
I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys. Watching all those O-linemen. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well. Because you're right, it was one heck of a shot.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals push their lead to 18. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Chicago getting set to take the field down. They took their shot on 4th and goal. Came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready to run! Vegas!
Now here's Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He's looking for Colston Loveland. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Ready to run!
Williams set to pass. The right side hauled in by Komet. This one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Vegas!
Williams to throw on 3rd. That one's nabbed by Komet. And he has it right near midfield here. It's like about a yard short.
And the Bears, 1st down. A gain of 12. 1st down, Bears.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. And finds Komet downfield. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll be 1st down, Bears. Some hurry-up offense here from Williams.
26 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
Vegas!
Sticking to the air here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Williams to throw. That's complete. It's Menendez. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st. Offense working quickly.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Vegas!
3rd down. Here's Williams. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the set. Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. Desperation time here. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Short pass brought in. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
1st down carry for Brown. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals close to picking up their 5th win. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
11, Thomas. Hey, Cam.